Okay, good morning, morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Interesting. Hit banged everything yesterday. If you had Netflix, they went up nicely. Went 12 to 20. Tesla, we bought them at 1, they went to 5. MicroStrategy going lower. App Lovin' 1 to 6. Baba 4 to 8, and let me tell you, if they delist Baba, you're going to get screwed. And let me tell you, people don't understand because they're not paying attention. Okay? Pay attention. People are like, oh, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I told you that China would come back with more tariffs, and they have. So now Trump is going to come back with more. He's at 104. What if he goes to 200% today? You're down another 300 handles, okay? PDD, they put a thing out there, and I seen it somewhere in midnight or whatever, that it's $75 per package or a percent. I think it was 90% tariff. So, like, let's say you buy something for $5 from Temu. There's a 90% tariff, so that goes to $10 basically, plus shipping and handling. So nobody's buying anything from there. The PDD should go to 50 on this news. I understand it's only 10% of their business, but they got no growth. Okay? So just understand that. So that's crazy. Interesting, right? So that's going on. And let me tell you, he doesn't have to give you any notice. If he just says, because when they halt the stock, let's say they come out there and they halt the stock and they say, we're under investigation, the stock doesn't trade for the next 6 months. That's it. So let's say you have $1 million. Say you have $1 million account and you have $900,000 in Baba. And you wake up the next day and say, Baba and Baidu are being delisted. Your $900,000 is zero. You have the shares. It's zero. You have to then transfer it. Let me tell you, in this modern era, to transfer, say, from Fidelity to Schwab, it takes you a week to 10 days. If they will do that for you. You're going to tell them transfer that to a Chinese brokerage or Europe. That means your money is gone, effectively, till that's done. And then you can sell it over there. Now, I don't care if you love the company or hate the company. All I'm saying is, why would you take that risk? Why would you take that risk? Why wouldn't every single person in the United States today sell their Baba? They should. Because if Trump goes to 200% today, it's going to be 90. And if he says we're going to delist these, it's going to go to 50. Because most people will say, give me 50, I'm not going to wait to transfer it. Because who knows when that happens? You just don't know. Okay? So why would you be in any single China stock? Okay? Just don't do it. Okay? Now, things interesting. We came back twice last night because people are like, oh, they didn't retaliate. Like they're going to retaliate in the middle of the night. I mean, we're down 105, and do you comprehend what's going to happen next? They already raised tariffs and came back. They already came back, right? So when is Trump going to come back? He's going to come back sometime tonight and say immediately we're going to 150, 200, whatever. And then they're going to come back. And this doesn't end. And let me tell you where I see it ending. If you do business with this. Now, Apple, why is Apple not at 150? Apple earnings going to go from 715 to 515 on the 34%. Now we're at 84%. Does Apple start getting completely whacked? Now, other things, 1% chance. Nobody's saying it's going to happen, but there's a 1% chance. The Baba thing, being 1% chance. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is going to get crazy. 1%. Now you have a 1% chance that they go and just shut down Apple, to just destroy. If they shut down Apple and confiscate their stuff, now it's 1% chance. Nobody's saying going to happen. Apple goes to 100 the next day, 100. And the U.S. stock market is at 4,000. If they go take all the Teslas, Tesla is at under 100. 1% chance. Nobody's saying it's going to happen. But if it happens, understand that. What if they say, Costco, 500% tariffs? Costco is at $500. Guys, just understand this. This is escalating like you can't believe. Now, you don't have to believe it if we don't say it. But yesterday, how dumb was it? How absolute. He let us buy AppLovin. AppLovin on Friday. We looked at it right before the market closed. We're going to buy them for this week. The AppLovin was at $221. And the 200 puts were $12. They were 12 to 14. I said, this is stupid. I wouldn't even pay $3. They were 12 to 14. Well, he moved it to $250 on the stock, and he let him buy it at $1. He let him buy it at $1. If this thing takes out 200, they go to 28. 1 to 28. Okay? Now, at any particular moment, SPX can rip positive like it did the other day, and all your stuff goes to zero. But that's okay, because Sam just sold Baba, and he just sold this, and he just sold that, and we just banked $328K yesterday, and 500K on Friday, and you're playing with profits, and that's how you do this. Even Goldman Sachs, we bought Goldman Sachs up, nice hedge, but when does a bank collapse? A bank collapse very imminent here. You get one bank to collapse, Goldman Sachs is going to open at 350. It doesn't matter if they have a problem. Okay? It's all of them. But Apple is wrong. Apple should be under 160 right now. It's 169. And I bought those at 2, and an hour into buying those at 2, they were 1, and I got a message. I mean, this is classic Sam. Sam, I'm down. Did you buy too many? That's what Sam says. Did you buy too many? Interesting, right? Interesting. Crazy. So don't get whacked. Okay? Don't think, the bounce is going to be furious. There's no deal. Last night people were telling me there's going to be a deal with China. I'm like, they're not even talking. How's there a deal? He says China wants to make a deal. That's what he's telling you. And China's over there. Xi is telling his people, U.S. wants to make a deal. They're just making stuff up. So this is a down market. The pops will be brutal. And then you buy them. Sam bought these SPXs 250 points down at 2. They went to 9. 250 points down should be no bid, 5-cent ask. Crazy, right? So that's the market you have. So today, all you're going to wait for the rest of the day, all day, even on some, you're going to wait for what's Trump going to do is China just escalated again. You know he's going to do something, either today or tomorrow. So now there's no real pop. Any pop isn't real. Okay? So that's what we know. Let's get started. SPX down 104, 48.71, 48.32, 47.72, 4,700, all the way down to no real support till 4,400. SPX just tanked again. Upside 52.32. Avago, they told you they're going to buy. If you are the CEO of Avago, very smart guy. Let's go tell people we're going to go buy stock. We're not going to buy it. We're just going to tell them. Why are you going to buy your own stock? Why would Apple do buyback? It can go to 100. It can go to 100. You can just lose money. You don't do that. You announce the buyback, but they're not buying stock. 149, 141, 163 up. NVIDIA, 104, 106, under 91. CrowdStrike, 301, 281, 352. Now, let me tell you something about CrowdStrike, because this is the U.S. you live in, okay? The U.S. corporate greed is dumber than shit, okay? 90% of CEOs are brain dead. So a CEO is going to say, oh, we have all this tariffs, we have an issue, our stock's going down, let's cut cost. Okay, we're going to cut cost $10 million. Oh, but we got cybersecurity. It's really not doing anything for us. Well, we're not going to get hacked. And then they'll cut the cybersecurity. And then they'll get hacked. Somebody will get hacked. So be careful. Let me tell you, this one CEO I knew way back when, he said, we don't have money. What do we cut? And he says, cut servers. And I kind of laughed, and I said, but then your business goes away. He goes, we have no choice, cut servers. I'm like, cut people before you cut servers. He's cutting servers. So they're going to say the same thing about cut this. We're not infected yet. Cut this. So just understand that. This is how they think. Palantir. Under 69 is 60 and then 51. Apple, 161, 152. No compelling reason to buy Apple. That's why we bought it yesterday. And it went up. I'm just laughing. I'm like, their earnings just dropped $2. Who's buying this? Meta. 472, 431. Needs 592 to really be better. Carvana, 161. Everybody's like, oh, car prices are going up. That's okay. I got a car to sell, so interesting. Let it go up. But who's buying cars in a recession? Netflix, 832. Goldman Sachs, 409 becomes a big number. 472 up. AppLovin, underneath 219. If this thing trades at 198, it can go to 172. We get $28 from $1. NASDAQ, down 300. It's a 3-to-1 ratio, not super strong on the downside. Okay, so understand that. Costco, 881. MicroStrategy, 231. Let me tell you, if Bitcoin were to break 70K, Saylor is in so much trouble, you don't understand how much trouble he's in. Okay? If it were to break 70K. Microsoft, 332. Now let me tell you something else about Microsoft. So Microsoft, let's say they're supposed to make $4. And let's say with all this turmoil, they're going to make $3.50. The CEO could easily say, let's stop all our capital expenditures, which is all the data centers and all that stuff. We'll save that money so we don't lose as much money, okay? And then we see. So they guide down CapEx. So then all of a sudden Amazon, Google, all the clouds go way down. NVIDIA goes to 55, 65, somewhere in there, okay? Conceivable, probably 10% chance. Tesla, under 214 is death. NOW, why is this not 600? BABA, 91, okay? Interesting. Nobody's saying we're going to collapse. Nobody's saying we're not, but you're prepared. We got all these puts, we're prepared. We're playing with profits. That's why you sell BABA. People ask me yesterday, why are you selling BABA? Sam, into this news is going to be retaliation. I think because the market's dumb. It does dumb stuff, and they popped it today. They popped it. Can you imagine they popped it? Because all the Chinese people, they're like, oh, let's go buy Chinese stocks. Yeah, I mean, in China, in their market. Let's go buy Chinese stocks today. This is over. Well, really? It's not even started yet. They haven't even talked. Okay? Interesting. So understand this. And if you understand, and even Costco, why is Costco now 700? Okay? That's the market you have. But trade them. Because you may have AppLovin at 1 and it's 5, and you get a new thing, it may incredibly in seconds Go from 1 to 6 to 1. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? This is not rocket science right now. Everything is going lower. And you're not even started to go lower yet. Okay? Everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.